Hello and welcome to Old People This Week. On today's episode, we solve the boy problem, plus Jamie Foxx, Laura Sanchez, and a biohazard case of diarrhea. Here we go. Well, hello and welcome to Old People This Week. My name is Jeff, and that is Mike the Singing Cowboy.
They're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna make a big star out of me.
We're waiting on Paul to join us, and he's our resident airline expert and veteran flyer, as you can see from this video.
Linda? Where are we? Linda? This is my home.
Actually, Paul does not panic on an airplane. He's got about 1 million air miles. We are your hosts. Old People This Week is a podcast for With It, super cool baby boomers who want to get their act together for the weekend and be able to talk about everything that's going on in the news. Isn't that right, Mike?
That's right. Sometimes we make the news.
Sometimes we even make the news, right? Local news, of course.
Of course.
Crime scene.
Usually involving a bar and martinis, but
Yeah.
that's another story.
First thing I wanted to get into was the New York Times this past Sunday had a massive article that said that the headline, giant headline, I'll show it, was "Boy Crisis of 2025."
No.
Yeah, and it was basically about 1,000 words on how boys today are just falling apart. It says that college degrees for men have fallen to 41%, fewer than what the percentage of women who were in college in 1970. Wow. And 1 in 10 young men aged 20 to 24 are effectively doing nothing, not going to school or working. Not good. Not a good thing.
And their parents are just about fed up.
Well, the parents got them in this situation, in my opinion. But
Well,
yeah,
it's an indication of parenting, not these poor kids' malaise.
Yeah. Every week we talk about this. We do. We go on and on about this, and we of course give out pearls of wisdom to our younger male brethren. But for the sake of clarity, this week we're going to actually put a list together, and you can write these down. And or if you run into one of these boys, then if you have it written down, you can hand it to them or tell them. Okay, here goes.
Tattoo it on your forearm, which most of you seem to be doing these days.
Tattoo it on your forehead. Don't forget it. Number 1, take away their phones.
Foremost.
First, foremost. That has ruined the generations after us, this phone business. And thank God there was no phones. For my dad's age, they would have never won World War II. They'd be sitting over there. We'd all be wearing Nazi swastikas on our back because they wouldn't know how to fight. Number 2, pack away their video games. They don't need to be playing video games and shooting things and killing things all day and spending hours in front of a TV screen.
No.
Number 3, put them to work. Now, it can be work, around the house. Get them just doing something around the house, or help them find a job. I don't care what kind of job it is, McDonald's, whatever it is.
Fabulous remedy for a whole bunch of shit that's wrong with the younger generations.
If they were working, making their own money, they'd feel better about themselves. They should be working. And number 4, get them a hobby. Now, for me, I like paint-by-number kits. But that's me. But if they can find a hobby, then look at who just showed up finally.
In the
I
dark.
know. Are you going to
He's
hear
in
me?
the dark. And we can hear you loud and clear. We can't see you very well, but we can hear you. Get the hand out of there. And there's a number 5, of course, which I'm not going to give out on camera, but if you want to know what it is, you can email us at oldpeoplethisweek@gmail.com, or you can call us at 310-800-1830, and we'll tell you what number 5 is. but it's
for a small charge.
yeah, $29.99 will tell you what it is.
Yeah.
It's proprietary knowledge that Mike
That's
and I
right.
and Paul have put together. All right, Paul, you look pretty good there.
You okay?
Good enough for government work, that's
Yeah, I
for
was
sure.
gonna say, sounding good, okay, everyone?
Yeah, it does sound
Okay.
good. Sound very masculine and good.
Well, that's all it's important these days.
That's right. That's right. Now, here's a man, by the way, that we're going to talk about that's not having a problem, doesn't need our rules. It would be Jamie Foxx. He has another problem,
Yeah, what's up with that?
partying problem. So he had this mysterious illness. I don't know if you guys remember.
Yeah.
He was out.
Yeah.
He was out of pocket for like a year. I mean, not just like for a day or two, but for like a year. You couldn't. He was like people were saying he was dying. He didn't know what he had. It was a mysterious illness, and then all of a sudden he came out of it. And one of the things he said when he came out of it was that he made a vow that he was going to stop hanging out with white women.
Okay.
Now, this is not me making this up. This is Jamie Foxx saying this.
Yeah.
Was he making a connection between his absence and his previous preoccupation with white women?
Something happened in there. Who knows what happened?
Yeah.
So the celebrity news this week is that the headline was, "Y'all know he was lying."
Yeah.
And the video I'm about to show shows him entering, going to like a party or something with a bunch of white women pouring out of a car. Evidently, they're playmates, and a lot of people are not happy about it. So here's the video.
What you want?
Way to go, Jamie.
Yeah. So there he is. There are the white women, and welcome back to planet Earth, Jamie Foxx. You can't keep that promise. You can't keep away from white women. I don't know what to say about it, but
No,
that's him.
Doesn't matter. Nobody.
I think
gives a shit.
the pictures speak for themselves. Yeah.
Pictures speak for themselves, Jamie. All right. Here's a more serious story. Mike, you'll love this. A dad makes his 6-year-old daughter pay for rent and utilities. Is this
I love
too
that
strict?
story.
Or is it too strict, or is it savvy?
I love that story. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
I think it's great.
So it starts off with this guy saying, "Come with me as I collect rent from my 6-year-old daughter on the first of the month." And he says it's a monthly thing he does with his daughter. He knocks on her door. He requests $3 for rent and $1 for utilities.
There you go.
And the text on the video said, "Yes, my 6-year-old pays rent and earns her paycheck." Then after he gets the money, he says, "See you next month." You know, funny,
Yeah.
funny. But it's kind of an interesting.
It's cool because it goes on to talk about how she has a set of chores she does, and she gets a certain amount of money for doing her chores.
Yeah.
And I, you know, you first see the headline, you go, "Oh, what a bastard!" You know, how could possibly treat a child that way? But you think about the positives, and it's a fun. I mean, he's doing it in a fun way. It's not abusive at all, but you know, he's teaching her responsibility, financial accountability at an early age. I thought it was a great story. I loved it.
Yeah, and I'm willing to bet that same dad in like about 15, 16, 17 years is going to surprise her and say, "You know what I did with all that money you gave me? I invested it. And here's what your return is on that today." And it'll be another life.
Yeah, or here's a check to go to college
Yeah,
on or
exactly.
something. But, yeah.
Or he'll say, "I spent all the money on alcohol and there's nothing left. I partied it away." Either way, she's learning a lesson, which is important.
Yeah, I thought it was great.
Yeah, it is a good story. These
Yeah.
kids need some responsibility. We can refer back to the start of this podcast when we gave you the 5 rules. Maybe I should have added another rule on there for, giving them making them work and then paying them something. If it's for work around the house, like a allowance, and then they'll have some self-worth.
Well, yeah, and some perception of the value of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and time spent, and you know what one means for the other. I mean, I think it's terrific.
Yeah, it's terrific. I'm going to do it right here on this show. Paul, if you show up on time once in a while, I'll give you $5 next time. And we can actually start this on time and I have to wait for you.
As
And
it
it'll
is
make
now,
you feel
Paul.
better.
No,
This
as
is
it
the
is
only-
now,
this
Paul,
is-
you owe
this
Jeff-
is the only
you owe Jeff and me $20.
The only podcast on the internet that's operating like a Swiss train. Jesus.
I have a schedule too to keep. Oh
my
God, you guys
gosh.
are lazy. You just show up here like
Like
show
what?
up like at happy
Like it's
hour.
a podcast?
Like happy
No.
hour. All right. So here's a guy. We always talk about guys getting scammed. This guy was exceptionally scammed, and by the way, killed. So his name, like, if I'm not even going to be able to pronounce this thing, I'm going to have to put it up on the screen because it's basically the first name is Thong Boo, like a thong that you would have stuck up your rear end, thong, and with a B-U-E at the end. And then his last name was Wong Bandu, Wong as in Wong Wei Charlie, and then Bandu, B-A-N-D-U-E. Anyways, he decides to go into New York City one morning. His wife is worried because she doesn't know why he's going there.
Yeah.
And he's determined. He says, I'm taking off, going in the city, I'm fine. Well, as it turned out, Boo, as his wife calls him, he has been seeing some woman online. And this woman encouraged him to come to the city to see her, and and she even gave him her address and said, here's where you come, here's where we'll meet, it's all set up. And so, even though he's such an old fool, he didn't listen to his wife or nothing, he got all involved with this other
Got
person.
all excited.
Yeah. He brushed off his wife's questions and grabbed a bag and took off. So I don't know why the hell she didn't stop him, by the way. That's not in the story.
I was going to say, you walk out the door with a suitcase and you don't know where he's going? Come on, lady.
So here's the next paragraph of the story. Rushing in the dark with a roller bag suitcase to catch a train into the city to meet her, Boo fell near a parking lot at Rutgers University campus in New Brunswick, New Jersey, injuring his head and neck. And after 3 days on life support, surrounded by his family, he's pronounced dead.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
But that's not the reason for this story. That this fool falling down in an icy parking lot. It turns out that the woman that he was corresponding with wasn't a woman at all. It wasn't a big burly man like Mike. It wasn't even a human. She was
AI? Was it a bot?
Yeah, she was a generative artificial intelligence chatbot named Big Sis Billie.
Oh, great.
Big Sis Billie. How would you get seduced by somebody like that?
Yeah.
Who are you talking to online there? Oh, Big Sis Billie.
Big sis, yeah.
Big Sis Billie implies a big woman.
It implies a circus performer with 3 arms and hair on her forehead.
Yeah. Oh, and this is a variant. Big Sis Billie is a variant of an earlier AI persona created by the giant social media company Meta Platforms in collaboration with celebrity influencer Kendall Jenner.
Oh, gosh.
So this Jenner Kardashian family will do anything for money, including lending her name and her probably
Voice or whatever.
Yeah, to Big Sis Billie to lure guys with weird names out of their homes in New Jersey to come into the city and die.
Way to go, Zuck.
During a series of romantic chats on Facebook Messenger, the virtual woman had repeatedly assured Boo she was real and invited him to her apartment, even providing an address. Meta declined to comment on Boo's death or address questions as to why it allows chat bots to tell users they are real people or initiate romantic conversations. The company did say, however, that Big Sis Billie is not Kendall Jenner and does not purport to be Kendall Jenner.
Yeah, they were quick to cover their ass on that point.
Yeah.
But they don't give a shit about the guy dying in the parking lot because he got deceived by their bot.
The thong Boo is the dead. Who cares? Then Jenner's representative declined to comment, meaning we're making enough money from this. We're not saying a word, and who cares?
Yeah. Sue us. Go ahead and try to sue us. It'll be a rounding error.
Thong Boo got thonged.
Yeah.
Anyways, okay. For our next story, as we bring up every week, our dear friends, or dear friend of Paul at least, Lauren Sanchez and Jeff Bezos.
Yeah.
Now, do you know when you're in love, as we all, though 3 of us know, you'll do anything for the person that you're involved with. You'll buy them stuff. You'll cater to their needs. You're just attentive. That's the way it is when you're first in love.
Yep.
Well,
You always say yes.
yeah, you say yes a lot. Well, Bezos, now in normal relationships like ours, we're not going to be able to do too much craziness because we don't have the money for it. But now mix in true love, a woman who's got him wrapped around her fingers, and Lauren Sanchez, and the richest man in the world. And what do you have? Well, you have problems. And here's what the problem is. Normally, I wouldn't have even mentioned this because he's sort of on his own. Who cares? But he's screwing around with one of the movie franchises I care about, James Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
Don't mess with Bond.
Yeah.
Don't mess with Bond. He is decided to that she should be in the next Bond movie. She should be a Bond girl.
I really hope this story's not true. Oh my God.
All that silicon will explode on camera. It'll be horrible.
I have nothing against Lauren Sanchez, but she's not young enough or pretty enough anymore to be a Bond girl. You have some fantasy left in this world, and that's
She could be the female villain.
Yeah, there you go.
Doctor.
But not the lead Bond girl.
Yeah, she could be Goldfinger, Gold Wife, Gold Digger.
Or she could be an extra on the beach and be girl in bikini on beach.
You just missed my best joke there, Paul, ever. That was it. Just came up, and that Gold Digger was classic. And you trod all over it. All right. Okay. Now, we're three men of the world. Paul especially, he eats all over the world. He eats at fine dining establishments in European countries, and he knows what's going on in food-wise around the world. Mike knows second. Mike's a chef himself, and he goes to fine restaurants. Me, I'm a MacD's kind of guy. But I do know what the difference is between good food and bad food. So I came up with this hypothetical question for the two of these guys, and I'll answer myself as well. Who would you rather have cook dinner for you? Bobby Flay, Gordon Ramsay, or Guy Fieri? Mike?
Gordon Ramsay's a total asshole, so I wouldn't even want him in the kitchen with me. Bobby Flay's a pretty little showboy, doing his best to be Bobby Flay. And Fieri's just whacked out and crazy enough and is a car guy. So I could probably have a pretty good evening with Fieri in the kitchen, yeah.
Well, he drinks. You'd like that.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah. I mean, that you would have to, because he's not making anything but hamburgers for you. What about you, Paul? Who would you eat?
Honestly, all personalities aside, because none of them are actually, my type to be, sitting down at dinner with. But I'd go with Bobby Flay for just,
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I ate at Flay's restaurant in New York. It's called Mesa. It was good.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, exactly.
Good food. I don't want Ramsey around me either. He's a jerk. I don't want him screaming at me when I'm trying to eat.
I don't like
that. I have a wife to do that.
No, I've been to one of his restaurants, in Las Vegas, and not too impressed.
Flay probably has a more elevated following. Ramsey, God only knows who follows him. And Fieri, he's just a whack job.
Yeah. He's starting to look his age too. Fieri's getting up there about 60, and that white hair and the platinum hair and the little thing.
And the stupid jewelry. And
he's starting to look idiotic. He's starting to look.
But he has a cool car collection. Yeah. He has a really cool car collection.
But I think to Mike's point, I know it for sure. It's like with Wolfgang Puck, back a few decades, but he had key people in number 2 positions managing all those restaurants and those kitchens and going through. And trust me, it wasn't going to the kitchen and seeing there was a problem. He was going to the number 2 guy and bitching him out if there was a scenario if something was wrong.
He had a wife who ran things too. Barbara Lazaroff was Wolfgang's wife, and she ran that empire like a dictator.
Right.
Nobody screwed around with it.
There's no messing around with that.
He was kind of a goof.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of goofs, last week we were goofing on Dean Cain, that numbskull actor who decides to try to get his name back out in front of people that he was going to join ICE. Get the $50K up front and get out there and chase down Mexican busboys and send them back to Tijuana, which is about all they're doing.
He's an idiot and nobody gives a shit. I mean, it's just, come on.
Yeah, to get him ready for this, I almost want to show him this video. Well, this is the kind of reception you're getting as an ICE agent, and when you go and do the job. So the guy throws a 12-inch, sub sandwich from Subway at the cop's chest. Then he turns and he runs away. And you don't see the end of the video, but they didn't catch him.
They did eventually.
Yeah, they eventually. I thought he turned himself in because he got away he just bolted. But at any rate,
Did you see that he was an employee of the Department of Justice and they fired his ass the next day?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. What did I say? Somebody sent me a thing. Oh, I know what it was. Somebody sent me the title of the video of him throwing that was "Assault with a Deli Weapon." That's funny.
Oh, brother.
All right, now it's time for that part of our show that, frankly, I don't relish or look forward to, but nevertheless, I sit through, and that is Mike's Vaya Con Dios.
Con Dios. The segment of the show, by the way, that causes a tremendous spike in viewership and interest in subsequent comments.
There's a lot of interesting people, though. Come on.
Yes, from the annals of the dear departed today. First, actor Terrence Stamp.
Yeah, I know who he is.
In the Superman series, General Zod in Superman.
Yeah, he was a good actor. Gone. Bye. Next.
Yeah, another actor, Tristan Rogers.
Long time.
79.
General Hospital. I was a page in 1980, and Tristan Rogers was on the show back in those days, and that's 45 years ago. So.
Was he still on the show when he passed?
I think he was.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was one of the
Can you
principal
imagine
characters.
being on a soap opera for that long? I mean, I know a lot of them are, but, good for
Is
him.
that Erica? What's her name still on it?
Oh, Erica King.
Susan
is,
Lucci.
Yeah, Susan Lucci.
Lucci.
Yeah, she finally.
Susan Lucci. No, I think
hung it up.
she's retired.
All right. Well, you'll be doing that obit
Don't
soon.
don't predict obits. No, stop it.
No. And sadly, Dan Tana, our good friend,
yes.
90 years old.
Hell of a restaurant on Santa Monica Boulevard.
It was a great club. It was a great club. The Little Yellow House.
Yep.
It was great.
Yeah, that place, you could smell the garlic from a block away.
A block away.
Oh, but man, it had the good food, and it was small, and you could see celebrities in there. It was. I think it's still open, so I'm not going to say. I
think it is.
past tense, but
Yeah.
it was.
He sold it in 2009, but but it was, boy, was it something.
And the namesake became Robert Urich in Vegas, driving around in the red T-Bird.
Okay, is that it, Mike?
Okay.
No.
Moving on now. No, not yet. Louis Nordorf, 96 years old.
Louis Nordorf. Who's Louis Nordorf?
Louis Nydorf
Nydorf
designed the signature Capitol Records building that looked like a stack of records, the circular building.
Yeah, I know the building.
With the Christmas tree on top and the needle. It's the needle.
Yeah, and the needle. Yeah. Anyway, he passed away, 96 years old. Joe Carafe, 103 years old. Another noted designer.
This is important
the guy
to you,
who
Jeff.
designed, this is important, designed the 007 logo.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know that one with the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what else?
All right, and then finally, as we end on a crescendo,
Yeah.
Ksenia Alexandrova, 30 years old, former Miss Russia, died in a car crash when she and her husband, driving their Porsche through a forest in Russia, struck an elk, and the elk came through the windshield and killed her.
Done in
30
by
years old.
the antlers of an elk.
Mysterious.
Better than getting thrown out of your third floor apartment window by those Russian secret service.
That's what I was going
How
to
old
say.
was she?
30 years old.
30 years old. Yeah.
probably married to one of those, what do they call those jillionaires they got over there?
No, oligarchs. No,
Oligarchs.
she just recently married the guy.
Yeah.
Hadn't been married that long.
Oh, that's too bad. Too bad for her.
Yeah.
But good news for me because that was the last one.
That's right.
Yes.
And you didn't even slouch down. I must be losing my touch here.
Yeah, I
But
know,
they
I
were-
have to
they were-
bang my head on the mic.
They were good ones.
All right. All right, let's switch gears here back to something more important, as in biohazard diarrhea. Paul, I'm going to let you take this one, unless you want me to lead it through it.
I'm going to step away
Step
for a
away
minute.
from the door. You know, and
All right, so
go ahead.
the United Airlines flight, all right, it was canceled after a female passenger suffered an explosive bout of diarrhea and vomiting that destroyed the aircraft's tiny bathroom. Her name is Megan Reinertsen. She's an actress and a writer, and she freely admits to this happening. She's not trying to keep this quiet. She admitted that she was to blame for the mid-air disaster, revealing that she had spent an hour and a half locked inside the lavatory on a July 2024 flight from Newark to Indianapolis. Okay. So she gets on board, and she says she starts feeling, like something's not right.
Right.
That something's, not sitting right.
As many do.
She had been flying home from Portugal. She suddenly felt the first waves of what she later discovered was severe food poisoning.
Of course.
That was after eating at a Bobby Flay restaurant.
Yeah, she ate a raw
Allegedly.
hamburger or something.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah.
So something was brewing. Something she said she was not prepared to deal with.
As none of us are.
Yeah, well,
At 40,000
but she
feet.
put everybody through this. Despite her fears, she took her seat and hoped for the best. But within 30 minutes, she was drenched in sweat, crying, and doubled over in pain.
Yeah.
She made it to the bathroom just in time. For the next 20 minutes, I had more diarrhea than any human should ever have in their life. Adding that she started vomiting as well. So she got crap coming out of both ends, right? In this tiny bathroom on board this thing. The flight crew allowed her to stay in the bathroom for the entire flight. They even got special clearance from the pilot to allow her to remain where she was for landing.
Yeah, please stay in there.
She said she couldn't make it back to seat in her condition, which prompted the flight attendant to tell her through the door to brace for impact.
Brace for impact.
She could have said the same. She could have said the
Lady,
same
I've
thing.
already
Right back.
had impact.
I've impacted this room.
Whoever is farting, don't fart, please. It smells bad.
What attracted me to this story in the first place was
Attracted me to this.
exactly, but it's like she's the only person who tells this story, and she has a headshot to show for it. Like, it's not like a person distressed or anything. She's like a great-looking gal, right? You know what I mean? She's a professional actress, and she's got a headshot that's being displayed all over the internet for like explosive, diarrhea, like
It's more like a boob shot.
yeah.
Yeah. Looks like a Playboy picture instead of
But the crazy
Once
part,
I'm-
like I said,
carted out in a gurney.
the crazy part about, and I've always thought this because it's ridiculous. You're inside this aluminum tube flying, and we all sit there, and there's hundreds of us, and there's just this little bathroom, and it just cracks me up how people go in there and think it's like cone of silence or something. It's like, no, it's not. It's just trust me. It's like things leak out the bottom. Things.
Oh my God!
It's a-
She was probably
it's a
things were probably-
bifold door.
Things were probably leaking out of that bottom of that flight. When they got on the ground, she was told that the next flight after this flight had to be canceled because she'd screwed up the bathroom so bad.
I'm sure.
And a hazmat team had to come aboard to clean that
Well-
out. Now, there are low-paying jobs in this world, but you can't get me at any amount of money to go into that bathroom after that.
no.
Oh, I could share some stories with you. There's no individual in flight or on the ground who, when the plane comes in and, has hit turbulence or something and has many sick people, wants to even go in.
The hazmat team, somebody's got, right, it's not an employee of the airplane or the airline.
Hazmat team,
Probably-
I'll tell you, a hazmat team is basically, again, a bunch of people in this country who don't want these jobs or something, and they're made to do it. That's what a hazmat team is. Oh my God.
You've been there.
No, I've been there on both sides, because I'll tell you, the flight attendants, they'll come and get the ground supervisor and say, guy barfed 23C. You got to change the seat cushions. You got to wipe it up. It's like, and trust me, coffee grounds come in great for all this shit. If you see a coffee bag hanging in the bathroom, that's why.
It's like I told you, Paul, the other day, I'm driving everywhere from now on.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 days I can be across the country, so why am I going to get in an airplane? Not worth it.
All right, finally here, Florida's new python hunting queen makes history and catches 60 snakes.
I love that picture of her holding
Yeah.
that anaconda up. I can't tell the difference between
a
her
python.
tattooed arm and the snake.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yep.
Every year, the state of Florida sends these people in a competition to go into the Florida Everglades and come back with all the snakes that they can capture.
yeah.
It's a 10-day challenge to eliminate the invasive Burmese python species wreaking havoc with the Everglades ecosystem.
The Everglades.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, 900 people got in this contest, and she was the champ. The first woman to win it, and she got the most snakes caught since the competition began in 2013. So she's basically in there. I don't know, I've never seen it. I'm going to try to find video of this, of her grabbing one of these snakes, because that is an awful job. That's worse than, no, it's not worse than cleaning up that restroom, but it's pretty bad.
Oh, that's bigger. That's bigger than 8. Yes. Yep.
No, and she got like, what, 60 snakes?
60 snakes.
60. Jesus. And they're big.
They're mean,
I mean,
too. She's 4 foot 11 inches tall, so she's not a big person. And
No, she's like that woman in Thailand we talked about a few weeks ago who got swallowed by a snake. Remember that?
yeah, I remember that. I remember that story. That poor woman went out and never came back, and they
Never
found her in
came
the
back.
inside of some python.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, she won $10,000 for doing it. The contest brings together amateur and professional snake catchers to hunt within certain zones of South Florida for the pythons. These pythons prey on birds, mammals, and other reptiles. Anything. They'll prey on anything. And they must capture and humanely kill the pythons and not harm any native species, meaning can't harm any alive human or Floridians. but other than
How do you
that,
humanely kill a snake?
you
That's
don't.
what I
They're
wanna
chopping
know.
their heads off with machetes. They're not humanely killing them.
Yeah.
Maybe that is
Please.
humane for a python.
Oxymoron, if I ever heard one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, everybody. Thank you for joining us for today's adventure. If you subscribe, please subscribe. We need you to subscribe. And if you do subscribe, Mike will come by your house and he'll sing this song for you. Let's play it again.
They're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna make a big star out of me. We'll make a film about a man that's sad and lonely. And all I gotta do is act naturally.
Again.
I'll serenade you. Absolutely.
And email us at oldpeoplethisweek@gmail.com. We always look forward to your comments, and we'll answer every one of them. And you can give us a call, especially if you're one of these troubled youths in crisis, some young men in crisis. You can call us anytime, day or night. We're man the phones. It's at 1-310-800-1830. And one of us will pick up the phone, and if it's a young man and you have a problem, just tell us what it is, and we'll take care of it. No problem for us. And check out our Substack. Last week, Paul talked about some of his misadventures in the sky and gave some instructions as to how to be a good traveler. And next week, we'll see. Maybe Mike will actually come up with something for once.
I'm still working on mine. I got a great concept.
Yeah, great concept. You have plenty of concepts. You just don't have any execution. All right. All right. Thank you, everybody. Oh, and now it's time for Reese.
Yes, Reese.
On a weekly basis, We stick at the end here, but he gives us the quote, Old People This Week quotation of the week, and here it is.
Here's the Old People This Week quote of the week. I test very high on insubordination. Philip Marlowe, The Big Sleep.
But for us, Mike, Paul, and I, adios.
Farewell.
All right, boys.
Good.
I will see you soon.
Okay.
And I will talk to you. If I have the same problems with this one as I had with last week's, you'll hear my cursing all the way from Hermosa Beach, by the way.
Run screaming from the room.
Oh, my God.